7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Flash, the superhero film we've been waiting for years, the film that carries a ton of controversy, not just the Ezra Miller stuff, but also the film went through a bunch of directors. But take that to a side and judge the film by its own, I honestly liked it. The best way I would describe this movie is like watching a really good episode from a Saturday morning cartoon, or watching a really good episode from the CW The Flash. And on a side note, I used to love that show up to like season 4, but after that, especially the Crisis on Infinite Earths arc, it went downhill and it should have ended like a couple of seasons ago. But anyway, but when I mean by that, it's really fun to watch, but it's not as deep or layered as I want it to be. The film is just full of strong performances. Ezra Miller as Barry Allen is just full of charm and charisma and so entertaining to watch. Michael Keaton as Batman, again, it's great to see him. It's great to see what they can do with Keaton's Batman with today's technology and CGI. And yes, they played the Danny Elfman score, but you could just tell he's having so much fun in this role. Sasha Calle as Supergirl, I really liked, and I wish she didn't come in so late into this movie. But it was great to see a different approach of this character. And I've got to give a shout out to my boy Ben Affleck. I mean, he's so underrated. I wish he had his own movie. This was his last swan song, and he's only in the film for like 10 minutes. But he ended everything on a high note, which I was happy about. And the film is full of like tongue-in-cheek cameos, which is fun to watch. Now, I know a lot of people are saying this is one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. For me, it's good at best. The film is just so fun to watch. There's so many awesome moments. And the film is pretty funny. And I know every comic book movie now has to be some kind of comedy. But with this, it suits the tone and style to this type of superhero nicely. And there is an emotional core in this movie. And Ezra Miller carries that. He's playing two different versions of the character. You've got one who carries the past but also creates Flashpoint. And you've got the other one who's just got his powers. And he's so young and naive and doesn't take things seriously. I know this film is meant to be the bridge between the Snyderverse and the James Gunn universe we're going to get. And I thought this film was going to make fun of the Snyderverse. But actually it paid respect of what came before. Now, I've got to give this film some negatives, and the first one is that this isn't really a movie problem, this is more of a Flash problem to me, and is that I know this film is based on one of the most iconic storylines in DC, Flashpoint, and I know they changed enough to make it its own unique, and I'm happy with that. The problem is, the Flashpoint comic book storyline has been so overdone for like the last 10 years, and there's so many iconic Flash storylines out there, but we keep going back to Flashpoint. And the second problem is that the CGI, I mean, it's not good. I wouldn't say awful, but my God, and I know this film requires, this type of movie requires a lot of CGI, and I'm okay with that. And the running stuff, that was probably the best CGI, but when it got to like the Speed Force and the cameos, it looked like a PS2 cutscene, and you could tell when some scenes were reshoots. Overall, The Flash has heart, but it struggles to expand on it. It's a fun movie to watch. The good stuff is enjoyable, but the bad stuff takes you out. So I've got to give it a 7 out of 10, but it's definitely one of the best films in the Snyderverse now. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. But let me know, what did you think of The Flash? Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter and my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I got your back.